I'm going to take a moment to hear any. I was going to take a moment to turn down my speaker in case there's an echo. So I want to welcome everyone. We are going to start practicing iRest, which is a form of Yoga Nidra developed by Dr. Richard Miller. He's a clinical psychologist and developed this protocol, this way of meditating that takes the ancient practice of Yoga Nidra, which means yoga sleep, and adapted it for the active military individuals that were in the hospital. He has worked with veteran groups, and people who are trained by him work in many VA hospitals. I was trained by him. There are several of us that have taken his workshops, and he trains other trainers. I'm looking forward to doing a little more training at the end of September. So just giving you a heads up, there may be a substitute one night in the near future as I'm in the training and this class overlaps with that. I'm asking for some time off, but I don't know if that will happen. Just a heads up, it's a month away. Find a way to be very comfortable, as comfortable as you can be. And you're welcome to sit, lay down, stand up, recline, do whatever makes you comfortable now and that you think you could stay for the next 35, 40 minutes. And just know if you begin to feel uncomfortable during the meditation, you're not frozen in space. You're welcome to move. You're welcome to scratch anything that itches. You can adjust your clothing. You can put on a blanket. You could take off a blanket. Do what you need to do to make yourself comfortable, because we want you to focus on the meditation and not on the bodily discomfort that you're experiencing. That said, my yoga teacher used to say to us, and I found that it does work, if you just wait a little bit, if you have that itchy nose and you just wait a little bit, try not to think about it, maybe it'll go away on its own. So you could try that as well. So begin to open your senses, allowing your sense of taste to begin to be in the forefront of your awareness, your sense of hearing, not only hearing my voice, but the sounds that are around you, the ambient sounds. Maybe you have street noise from outside. Maybe there are animals making noise, other people where you're located. Trying to find a space with as much silence as possible, but sometimes that's not possible. So just notice the sounds. Notice the smells, the sights. What do you see? Even if your eyes are closed, you may see shapes, colors, sense of touch. Noticing where your body touches the surface that it rests on. Notice where your clothing touches your skin. And then even where the air touches the exposed places on your skin. And then begin to think about your mission. We'll spend a little extra time, your purpose in life. This is so important for each and every one of us. Whether we're working or not, whether we're retired, whether we're just starting out, young, old, everyone needs a purpose. What keeps you moving forward during the day? What helps you get out of bed every morning? What are you striving for in your life? And make it something that you can control. There are things that are out of our control. And some things are sort of in our control and sort of out of our control. We may want we may want to be loved by someone, and that's not always in our control. But we first have to love ourselves. That is something that you can work towards. And if you love yourself, you may find your one true love. And that seems like it is probably easy to do, but to be honest, most of us have a hard time doing that. It's not as easy as it sounds. And now as you think about your purpose for getting up every day, what you wish for yourself, and very tangible, maybe long term, imagine what it would taste like, sound like, smell like, look like, feel like. So using those senses we just opened, really embody your mission, your purpose. Using your imagination maybe, or your memory, if you've had what you're wishing for now, maybe you once had it and don't anymore. So really embody that sense of fulfilling your heartfelt mission, your purpose. This is something you can remind yourself to think of every day. Or maybe once a week, so that you're working towards it. It's a longer term goal. And now set that aside and think about your intention for this practice, this next 30 minutes. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel like during the practice? How do you wish to feel after the practice? And again, this is just for this one class. This is another good thing to do, to bring into your life, a habit to make, setting an intention for each day, maybe each morning, each afternoon, each evening. And there's a lot of different intentions that we can set. One intention may be to stay alert throughout the meditation. Another intention may be to fall asleep during the meditation. I suggest that you try to do neither, but you just focus your attention. Stay alert, stay awake, and let whatever happens come to you. You may be experiencing some discomfort, some stress in your life, some pain, maybe some physical pain, maybe some emotional pain, and you wish to work on that. Now set that aside for the moment, and we'll come back to it at the end of the practice. And now bring to mind your own inner resource, For those who are new, an inner resource is something that you have experienced in your life or imagined in your life that when you bring it to mind, you feel peaceful, at ease, totally secure. For many of us, it's a place in nature, by a lake or a stream, or in the mountains, or at a beach. And then for some of us, it's memories of our childhood home, our best friend, someone that we admire and respect, maybe even somebody we don't know, who makes us feel secure. It could be a pet as well, your favorite dog or cat or bird or goat. And as you bring this inner resource into your awareness, notice the sensations that are in your body. Notice the smells, the sounds, the sights. Really feel it with all of your senses. And just remember that you can bring this to mind anytime during this meditation or during your day-to-day life when you need to feel secure, when you need to feel at ease. You need some relief from the stress. Maybe when you don't want to or don't feel like you can face what's in front of you, bring your own inner resource to mind and let it allow that wash of security and ease float over you. And now allow your focus to move to your body, experiencing the body as pure sensation. Pure sensation in the mouth. Mouth is a field of radiant sensation. Sensation in the ears, in the nose, the eyes, the forehead, the crown of the head, the sides of the head, the back of the head, inside of the head. The whole head is one field of sensation. And then feel the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the front of the neck, the tops of the shoulders themselves, the arms, the hands, the upper chest, upper back, the middle chest, the middle back, the belly, the low back, the pelvis, the sacrum, hips, legs and feet. And notice the sensations on the entire left side of the body. The right side of the body, the back of the body, the front of the body. Feeling sensations deep inside of the body and on the surface of the body. And now feel the entire body at the same time, allowing all of the sensations that are flowing throughout the body coming together. Allow them to form one body sensation. Sensing the entire body as a field of sensation, a field of radiant sensation. The body is radiating into space around the body in all directions. That sensation of the body radiating into space. Sensations radiating to the left, to the right, behind, in front, below, and above. Allow yourself to explore inwardly. You find the center to this radiance, this body radiance. And then explore outward and see if you can find an edge. Where does this radiance end? Where does it begin and where does it end? Your body. Body is radiant sensation radiating inwardly into infinity, radiating outwardly into infinity. Body with no center, without edge. Sensation everywhere. Experiencing the body as global radiant sensation, experiencing the body and the space around the body as one. And now allow your awareness to float into your breathing. Your body is breathing, noticing the sensations of the breath. The breath flowing in through the nostrils. Noticing what moves the chest, the belly, rising. As the breath flows in, releasing as the breath flows out. No need to change anything, just breathe the way you always breathe. In rhythm, with movement, body knows how to breathe. And as you breathe in your natural rhythm, your natural pace, just begin to count the breath, count backwards. We'll count from 7 to 1. As you breathe in, notice what moves the chest and the belly, expanding and rising. Silently say the word 7. Breath out, belly and chest releasing, 7. Breath in, feeling the movement, silently say 6. Breath out, noticing the air as it flows out, 6. Continue this counting and breathing. And if you happen to lose count, just begin again at 7. And now let go of the counting, even if you haven't reached 1. And allow your awareness to float to the sensations that are in your body. Sensations in the mouth, the face, the scalp, the neck, the throat, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, torso and pelvis, the hips and legs and feet. The body is awake and alert. Feel the radiant sensation. And as we begin to explore emotions and feelings, know that you may return to your own inner resource. If it begins to feel uncomfortable, go back to your inner resource, back to us when you're ready. So start by bringing your awareness to the feelings that are throughout your body, the feelings of heaviness or lightness, feelings of comfort or discomfort, warmth or coolness. These are general feelings, general experience of your body. Tight or loose. Allow yourself to feel it fully. Let all your awareness go to the feelings that are now in your body. And if you're not feeling anything in particular, that's okay. Just be. But if there is a feeling, find the opposite of this. So if you're feeling warm, imagine coolness. If you're feeling heavy, imagine lightness. If you're feeling tight, imagine looseness. Find the opposite. Let that opposite come in full. Feel it over your whole body. Feel it wash over you. And now invite both opposites of feeling into your body at the same time without thinking. And let the experience be as it is and notice how it affects your mind and body. And now allow an emotion to come into your awareness, your attention. Find an emotion that you're working with in your life. Emotions such as, love or fear, hate, envy, anger. Whatever the emotion is, allow it to really come fully into your whole body. So feel it. Where do you feel this emotion? Notice what sensations you have in the body when you bring this emotion to mind. And it may be helpful to bring back a memory that will help you find an emotion. So if you're not particularly working on something now, but wish to find the memory, help you bring that emotion into your awareness and notice what your experience is. Notice the areas of sensation in your body. Notice thoughts or other memories that come with it. Notice images, maybe even smells or tastes. Completely embody this emotion. And now, if it is helpful, find an opposite emotion. So you may have had this opposite emotion at some point in your life. Maybe bring back that memory that will help you bring it into your body, embody it, find the sensation of that emotion, the opposite emotion as the first one. And allow your experience to be full. And again, if there are no emotions coming to you, just rest, just be. And as you have this opposite emotion, notice what images or other memories or smells or tastes come with it. Where do you experience this opposite emotion? What sensations does it evoke in your body? And now go back and forth between these two opposites of emotion several times, experiencing the first and its opposite, and back to the first and its opposite, and do that several times. And now invite both emotions into awareness at the same time, noticing how this affects your entire body and your mind. And as we move into thoughts and beliefs, remember there's no right way or wrong way of doing this. And if there are no thoughts or beliefs that come to you, just rest and be. So allow a thought or a belief that you fall into, either a belief about your current situation, about yourself, a thought. Allow that to come into your awareness. And again, memories could help bring this belief back into your mind if nothing's coming to you right now. And as you have this thought or belief, and as you hold it to be true, what is your experience? What sensations do you feel in the body? Where do you feel them? Where is this belief felt in your body? And what is the quality of sensation? And what else comes to you? Any images, emotions, other thoughts? Allow yourself to fully experience this belief that you have about yourself, your situation, that you fully believe, you fully know is true. And now, if it's helpful, find the opposite of this belief. So if the opposite were true right now, if the opposite of what you believe and think is right or true at the moment, if the opposite were true, what would your sensations be? What would your experience be? And what comes with this opposite belief, this opposite thought pattern? What memories, emotions come to you? Just let your experience be whatever it is. No need to force anything. No need to have a sensation if no sensation is there. But if it is there, experience it fully. Pushing it away. That experience, that sensation is a messenger. It's trying to tell you something. Now go back and forth between these two opposites of belief, thought, allowing the first to be true, experiencing that fully, and then its opposite, experience that fully. And then back and forth, several times. And now invite both beliefs into awareness at the same time without thinking. Just experiencing. Experience how this affects your body and the mind. Now begin to bring your awareness to the sensations of pleasure in your body, the sense of joy, that inner sense of well-being, that sense of happiness. And if it's difficult to find right now, bring a memory to mind at a time when you did feel joy. Remember a time when joy was in you. Let joy come into your body right now. Feeling joy as sensation in the body. Feeling as though your body were smiling, that little gentle smile from within. radiating from deep within your heart. Feel the warmth of this smile flow into the rest of your body, flowing into your torso, out through your arms and hands and fingers, down through the hips, the pelvis, the legs, the feet. Feel this flowing inner smile up into the head and face. You might even bring your mouth into a gentle smile. Your lips are smiling, your eyes are smiling, the entire body smiling. You feel alive with that sense of joy, that sense of well-being, the sense of being okay just as you are. This joy that is within you no matter what else is going on in your life. And now bring your awareness to everything that is present. Feeling yourself as being aware of everything. The feelings, the felt sensations, the emotions, thoughts, the beliefs, that inner sense of joy. And then allow yourself to experience yourself as the field of awareness, as awareness itself, within which everything is coming and going. Feel that you're dissolving into being awareness. Open, spacious, without center, without edge. Everything flowing in and out, sensations, and everything is okay just as it is. Experience yourself just as you are. You are yourself and you are pure awareness. Come back to your own inner resource. As you're resting in this state of being pure awareness, bring your own inner resource back. That place of ease, grounding, security, peace. Rest in this state of ease with the breath natural, forehead released, belly soft, hands and feet warm. Whole body is resting. And then remember your intention for this practice. And find an intention for the next time you practice. How do you wish that practice to be? How do you want to feel at the end of the practice? It may be the same intention as this week, this day. And then bring to mind your own mission and purpose. And feel it in your body. Experience it as accomplished in this moment. Allow yourself to fully embody your mission accomplished. What does that feel like? And imagine yourself as you go about your day-to-day life with everything that changes. The body has different sensations. You have emotions that come and go. Thoughts are changing all the time. And yet you can feel yourself as this pure awareness. You are awareness, and everything else is just coming and going through you as awareness. And as we end the meditation, you may stay where you are if there's no need to move anywhere else. But if you need to move on with your day, just begin to sense where you are. Sense your body. Sense the room or the outside space where it's located. Allow some movement to come into your fingers and your toes. And before you end the practice, even before you open your eyes, just find a moment to take some gratitude. Take the time to feel gratitude to yourself for practicing today. Allow yourself one more moment to know that you are perfect just as you are. You are whole. You are healthy. And you always will have the perfect response to any situation that you find yourself in. When you take the time to practice, to meditate consistently, you will have that deep inner wisdom to respond to each situation. And slowly blink open your eyes. Just allow yourself to rest for a few moments before moving on. I want to take a moment to thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.